Child, I can barely speak again, but y'all know when I saw this and I left, when I saw this, this is definitely something I deem as news. With all due respect, Pastor Brian, you did not start the Target boycott. Black women did. Therefore, you cannot end it. Don't you hate it when a man comes in after black women have done all the heavy lifting and acts like they spearheaded some shit and they did it, and therefore they can say, okay, they've paid these organizations. Mine allegedly is one of them too. And so that's enough. So that's enough. Whatever these three out of four things you got that you decided were enough for people to go back and shop at Target, you're not a black woman, sir. You're not. We're the ones that made Target what Target is. We gave it that name. We made it a safe space for you to come on Saturdays to walk around and browse and spend money that you shouldn't have on shit you don't need and go to Starbucks back before we knew they were genocide bucks. And so, no, you can't say when it ends. We can. And quite frankly, I ain't never going back to Target, because unless Target told you they about to give 300,000 women, the 300,000 plus and counting black women who lost their jobs because of DEI rollbacks in this country, 6-figure or more jobs, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care about all this money you talking about they done sprung around, because where it's at.
I keep seeing videos about the Target boycott being over. Girl, says who? I quit going as much back in 2023, back when they started getting real shady about their Pride merch. And then it was a definite hard no, stop going. End of 24, early 25, when they ended all their DEI practices. My shopping habits have changed. I have moved on. Target, she doesn't even go here. We don't know her.
Now, we have just made it back to the mainland from the Puerto Ricos, and we are hearing that the Target boycott has ended. And I would like to clarify, the Target fast is what has ended. If you were fasting from Target, that has ended. That means if you already had plans of going back to Target, that has ended. For those of us that were boycotting and never planned on going back, the boycott is still happening. Right? Now, you can spend your hard-earned money wherever you want to spend it, and where you spend your money matters, right? Capitulation costs. They bent the knee, so we are leaving them be, all right? We are not spending our money there. Nobody has been assigned as captain or leader of this boycott. This is not a majorette squad, right? So we are still boycotting Target. Remember, dollars are made of 70% cotton and 30% linen. If you think I'm going to hand over a dollar bill to people that canceled their DEI, turn their back on communities that feel their bottom line, and then expect us to be okay with it, absolutely not. The boycott is still on.
I don't know why Target or anyone else is saying that the Target boycott is over. Target has done nothing to earn back their customers who have chosen to boycott them. They've done nothing. Because you know what happened was they spent years trying to stand for something that we bought into and really thought that they stood for. We believed that they were pro diversity, equity, and inclusion, that they wanted to make this world better in that way. And we saw them putting, black founders in their stores. We saw the Pride Month collections. We saw these things happening, and this was so amazing. And then at the first chance, you said, oh no, never mind. What that tells me as a customer is that you didn't actually believe the things that you were saying. So for me, I'm never going to shop at Target again unless there is public apology, public acts of trying to undo the hurt they've caused. But I no longer believe in Target. And that's really sad, because I once really believed they were one of the good ones. Very disappointing. Target, shame on you. Just, ugh.
Dang, Jamal, you miss Target that bad? And quite frankly, I don't care how bad you miss it. It's still a hell no, we won't go. I don't care how many meetings you've had with Target. I don't care what money was on the table for you to switch up. It's still a hell no, we won't go. And first of all, Jamal, who the hell told you that you was in charge of telling us that the boycott was over? Second of all, who told you that you were the one that convinced us to boycott Target? I understand that you was on your high horse and you made yourself the face of the Target boycott, but we didn't need you, sweetheart. It was our morals and our values that allowed us, and it was Target not reversing or standing 10 toes down on not reversing their DEI initiatives that made us boycott Target. So please miss me with the, oh, we're done now bullshit. But Jamal, if your heart is telling you to go back into that Target, do what you got to do. But as far as for me, I'm going to need to see what those productive meetings consist of before I step foot in there. And quite frankly, I ain't missed it. So I'm not compelled to go.
People are saying that the Target boycott is over. Here's why it's not over for me. Living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I saw exactly how Target responded to the ICE occupation, down to them not protecting safety for their own employees in their stores or standing with the rest of Minnesota against the occupation. More importantly, though, Target just kind of sucks as a place. Not enjoyable to shop there. All the prices are way higher than what you can find elsewhere. And the options that they have, especially in their bakery and ready-to-eat items, are just not great. Their fashion options suck, and they just have not invested enough in grocery or in customer experience in order to make it worth going back. What do you think?
I could be ignorant, but didn't black women start the Target boycott? If black women started the Target boycott, then how can Jamal Bryant say that it's over? It's always a man that try to come in and take credit for something. The Target boycott is not over. What he probably should do, and again, I have no proof, but maybe he was paid, right? I'm not saying he was paid, but I'm saying maybe he was paid by Target. They gave him a hefty check to come out and, say the things that he did. Okay. But yeah, bro, the Target boycott is not over. All right. I don't know why you would even make a video claiming that. I don't even know why you would say that. Oh, I know why. Because it seems like, in my opinion, he's an opportunistic person. Just hopping on the bandwagon of a black woman movement. Ridiculous.
I'm not going to get involved in the conversation about whether or not the Target boycott is over or is not over, because that feels like black people's business and I am firmly on the sidelines. I only want to say the following about the impact of the boycott, and that is this. Target, it's over. For those of us who have been boycotting, there is no reason for us to go back. We have proven to ourselves over the course of an entire year that there is nothing in your store that we actually need. And we were wasting our money on plastic shit, clothes that fall apart, and overpriced prepackaged groceries. There's no need for me to go back. If you bring back black brands and you treat them fairly, I will check out your website to see which brands are there, and then I will buy them directly from the company. But I'm not going back to Target, because that's just stupid plastic shit.
No, the Target boycott isn't over. One, the original boycott over the abandoning of genuinely admirable DEI efforts, while originally called upon by black leaders, one of whom was Dr. Jamal Bryant, was joined by so many others for also abandoning public support for LGBTQ+ initiatives, celebrations of Latinx, Asian and Pacific Islander, and other various ethnic communities, for withdrawing from diversity reporting and commitments to female-owned creative partnerships. It was for a broad and general abandoning of an ethos, of a diverse and inclusive corporate and community leader. Two, this $2 billion commitment in purchasing from black-owned suppliers that's mentioned as kind of the one concession made by Target now is not new. That was a pledge made in 2020 to be accomplished by the end of 2025. It was abandoned last January with all the other DEI initiatives, and then recommitted to with Al Sharpton and Dr. Bryant himself last July. but with Target admitting that all of the infrastructure built to support that goal has been dismantled. 3. The boycott dug even deeper as the Minneapolis-based company not only has kept silent during the incredibly destructive ICE invasion, but also has done nothing to protect shoppers and even employees from ICE in their stores. And 4. This boycott, just like the community support and marches and resistance during Metro Surge here in Minneapolis, is not led by one person or one group. This is an action based on a collective set of beliefs. Genuine political and ethical beliefs do not change at the whim of one person. Thanks.
The boycott will never be over. At least for some people. I know some people probably have gone back. They probably boycotted for a little while, but they couldn't take it anymore and they went back. Some people never did so to begin with. And like I've been saying all along, that is your choice. It's your dollars. You make your money. You work hard for your money, right? So you have the right to choose where you want to shop. But I do feel like the damage is done for Target. It's going to take a lot of repair, if that's even the best way to put it, to get back in the good graces of a lot of people. I feel like even if there are things put into place to try to mend the relationship between at least the Black community and other people that were boycotting, I don't even know if that's going to be enough. Say if they were to reinstate DEI, it might be too little too late for some people. But Pastor Bryant was just made, quote unquote, the face of this boycott. So I do agree with a lot of the videos is that he kind of came after the fact, after it was started on social media. As a lot of the creators in this video mentioned today, is that it's going to continue because they haven't made any valiant effort to get back in the good graces, like I said, of the public. And there's still a lot of people in comments, just as I was looking at different videos, saying, oh, the Target by me is so busy, it didn't do anything, this was just a waste of time. People are having selective outrage. Why shop at Walmart and Home Depot, blah, 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 but you have all this energy for Target. Each person is compelled to boycott or stop shopping anywhere because they just simply want to. That's all it takes. If a person feels they do not want to shop at a place anymore for whatever reason, they have that right. Just like you have the right to continue shopping there. I know me personally, I know at the beginning of last year when the boycott was fresh, it had a lot of hype around it. We were doing different companies for each week. People were talking about it more. Now it's kind of not so much. I do see a lot of people still mentioning that they're not shopping, but it's just subsided. We have to be honest. And of course, I'm sure the stock and everything has gone back up. But in my opinion, I feel like the boycott did what it needed to do. It showed Target hey, we are the consumer and we ultimately have control on whether you succeed or not. And they got hit where it hurts. It even caused the CEO to quote unquote step down, even though he's getting more of a higher rank in the company, even though, the common person will read CEO steps down and think that it's okay to shop there again. So they definitely tried their tactics. And the video I had during the Christmas time, they had those swag bags that ended up being an epic fail. So they had their little tactics that they tried to put in place to get people to come back into the store, because a lot of people, just from what I see, were looking to social media to see if it was continuing or not. So that's why I feel that people are gonna go back. I do feel that there's also gonna be a lot of people who are done with Target and they're never stepping foot. Now, if you weren't around during my Target videos last year, this is just my personal stance on it. I've never really been that much of a big Target shopper to begin with, even before Trump's second term, before they removed DEI, just period. I would go from time to time if I was in the area and I just needed a few things to the store, or I just wanted to check and see if Target had it when other stores didn't. That's pretty much the only reason why I would shop at Target. I wasn't a huge shopper. I never grew up going to Target because there was not one very close by in my hometown. I mean, there were some like in the main cities, but not one in my actual hometown. So I never grew up with having one nearby, so it never was my default place to go shopping. So it's really no sweat off of my back to not shop there, because it's not my go-to anyway. And just for putting it out there, I have not shopped since December 2024. I went all of last year, and so far this year, I have not stepped foot in. I kind of don't plan to, because as I mentioned, I've been doing fine. So I don't really see the need for me to go in there. To me, and this is again just my opinion, I know there's a lot of Target lovers out there who like that was their go-to and like their safe haven, if you will, pre-removing DEI, but I just always thought it was overrated to me. It's like, it's just a store. I feel like there was a lot of hype, and that all just goes towards marketing as well. And now that social media like took like a huge like priority in like a lot of the way that people marketed during the pandemic, I feel like it got even more popular, but I never saw the appeal. Now, I mean, you will see some nice things in there sometimes, and you'll see some items that you don't see in other stores. But to me, I just don't get what was the big deal about it. And I agree with one of the creators who mentioned it. I always thought that their prices were higher than, say, like Walmart and local grocery stores. So that's why I personally just never was like a regular shopper in there. But just because stores never seem to really change in certain areas, it always remained looking busy. That does not mean people were shopping the same like they used to. It does not mean they were spending the money. People could always just be in there looking. But the figures and the stats and the stock showed that they were definitely hit pretty hard by this boycott. And I really think that it's good that people haven't forgiven and forgot about what they've done. And if a person chooses to continue on, they definitely have that right to do so. And I think it should continue on, because if we stand on business and show that it's going to have lasting effects, a lot of these corporations will keep their eye on how things are going for Target. And you never know, maybe down the line they'll get a new CEO and they will put DEI back into place. Now, if people decide to shop at that point, again, it'll be up to them. But, we'll just have to see what the future holds. It's possible that the new CEO possibly gave Jamal like a little monetary nudge to just announce that it's over. Because I think there was definitely probably like something beneficial for him involved, because why would you ever need to end it? I mean, I don't know. Only he could answer that. We'll probably never know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are y'all going to start going back now that it's been quote unquote announced as being done with? Or are you going to continue on with boycotting them? And have you been in the store at all? Or are you going to remain not buying from anywhere online or going into the store? But I want to know what you think about this, because I know back when the boycott was just starting, a lot of people were done, along with Amazon and Walmart and a whole bunch of other places. So I want to hear what you guys think. And thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe, because that really helps out the channel. And if you can, hype this video just to get it into the algorithm. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye. See you later.